Definition sounds close to what business is all about. We want to identify and define human resources management in relation to business administration. Maybe if I was teaching a human resource management class, I would not pick this definition. I would pick definitions that relate to human resource management, pure. But for you, you should know that human resource management is a continuous process. You want to ensure availability of eligible and willing workforce. These two are very powerful words in business. Eligible means they are qualified. Two, they should not just be eligible, but they should be willing to help you in the business. I may be eligible, but am I willing to be eligible? Two different questions. So in any business, you will be, as I was saying, the field is wide. I've seen quite a number of universities. One of my sons, my last born, is at Lake Mahali Adventist University in Ichewe, somewhere there. Not Anglican, but Malawi Adventist University. That's what now. They have, actually, when we are talking about, when I want to contact some people there in the staff, when I'm talking about fees and so on, I have noticed that they have got a whole business development manager at that university. So what I'm also trying to say is your business administration, there will be more openings because this is a fairly new position in most of the organizations. But it's a very key position. Business development management. Business development manager. That's perhaps one of the areas that you people do in BBA will be fitted into quickly. Because we want you to develop the business. You have done business administration. How do you expand? You will not expand without people. And you will only expand with the right people. I think it's you. I told you about this young man who has one. Yeah, exactly. Good. Business administration. Now he needs management. And the other person I should recommend to him because he has landed into not millions but billions. It's a very big project. At one point he also needs to do business development. You need people like you to say, sir, what is the future of this business? It's a contract. Maybe it's 1 year or 6 months. What happens at the end of 6 months or 1 year? We have managed to give him a human resources plan. But that's not enough. We also need somebody to look at the future of that business. He shouldn't just celebrate the millions now and at the end of 6 months, January he's back to say, we need now people like you to say, how do we grow our business? The fact that we have won this contract, we need to get more customers, we need to get more clients. So the business development manager will be busy. Well, the human resources manager will be handling the people, to make sure they work. The business development manager will be busy going out and trying to get more prospective to say, look, we have won United States Embassy projects. We are supplying these things in private schools. We are a recruiter. Give us business. So that at the end of this contract, he has another contract. And he has another contract. Then that will be prosperity and continuity. And that's business development. So, if you look at this definition, it connects well with the need that you can only work when you have got eligible and willing workforce. And that's what I mean. In your business, you need willing and eligible people. So you need to put the right people in the right positions. I've seen, okay, you want to go, if you give the example of business development manager at Airtel, you want to explore Likoma so that there should be a tower there. And you want to start off from Milongo, the head office of Airtel Malawi. One, as a business development manager, you will know who to go with. It's simple. Because you did business, because you need willing and eligible. Even the driver will choose, no, I will not go with that driver. Why not that driver? He's troublesome. I've traveled with him before. You are choosing the right people. That you want your business to work. So you might start saying, well, I don't want to go with Mr. Phil as a driver. This one, he has a lot of personal problems. As you are traveling, he tells you he wants this, he wants that. So he was starting to select the people eligible and willing. He is a qualified driver, but to you, he is not willing. And you will, if they say you go, Mr. You go with 5 people, you will see who to choose to go to take to the home. You say, that one is hardworking. That one can wait even at night. Because we have just been given 2 days to be at that race. And make sure that we actually come up with a report on which location to install the tower. And we will also have to find out how many customers are around there. Is it worth it? Is it worth it installing a tower at that place? How many customers are for Airtel? So you do that mathematics and say, and your boss will say, okay, go. And you just do a survey and come back. You can go with 3 people. You have to know who to go to with. You have to choose. That's business development, that's human resource management. So the first definition is connected to business management. Continuous process of ensuring availability of eligible and willing workforce. The other definition, which I also found interesting, I've said we'll shop around a few definitions, is that human resource is an art. Okay, that's number 2. HRM is an art. It is an art of utilizing. It is an art of utilizing. Utilizing is the same as using. It is an art of utilizing the human resource of an organization. It is an art of utilizing the human resource of a business. I will be putting business, the human resource of a business in the most efficient and effective way. In the most effective and efficient way. Let's look at this again. You see, every definition I give you, connect it to business. Yeah. Because I know I'm not teaching a class that is purely taking human resource management, but business. So I still want to prove to you that human resource management and business administration or management, they are related. You need human resource management skills to run your business. Now look at the second definition. It has brought in some more important things. One, it is telling us in advance that human resource is an art. Okay, what is art? Art versus science. What I told you. Art versus science. Okay. Art is self-perception. Art has to do with perception. Art has to do with perception. What is perception? Perception is the way you see things. And the way him sees things, and the way you see things, and the way I see things are not the same. And that's what makes art to be art. So they're saying human resources management is an art. So when you want to use human resource management in business, just know that it is an art. You will never have one answer. Okay? Music is regarded as art. Music. If you didn't know why music is an art, it's because you can listen to the same piece of music, but people dance differently. You go to a wedding, there are a lot of weddings now. They put in whichever popular song, the people will not dance in the same way. They are listening to the same piece of music, Keith Daniel or whoever, but you find each one will dance differently. Because music is art. You only understand it the way you want, and you will dance the way you understand. That's why your dancing and my dancing will never be the same. Even if when we are listening to the same piece of music, that's art. So look at this. The definition says HRM is an art. In other words, they say it is music. You dance differently. Even if you are listening to the same piece of music, your dancing will not be the same. Okay? It's not science, pure science. So they are saying that it is an art of how you utilize means how you use human resources of a business in a most effective and efficient way. These two words are very important in business.
So, it's like, okay, let's take human resource as a tool. So, according to that definition, you're trying to say how these managers use such a tool in a business in order to become
to maximize profit.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. That's the way I'm trying to say. That's why I'm saying the definitions I've taken should relate to your field.
Yes.
Don't just take anyone. Use judgment. Is this one going to help me? Any person you bring into your business should be someone you have weighed and judged. I think he's going to help me. Because what they're saying is, you want human resource in business that will be used effectively and efficiently. If effective means to achieve your goals, or the reason for setting up the business. Okay. By 2025, we want to have 100 shops across the country. You want to be effective, you want to achieve that. Efficient means using other resources, including human beings, without waste. Efficiency has to do with, some folks will tell you that the difference between effectiveness and efficiency is this. Effectiveness means you want to do what you want. You want to achieve something. Efficiency means doing things right without wasting a lot of resources. And that's what we need in business. These two words help you to operate your business to maximize your profit. I can give you an example. If you are running a business, you want to put in as little as you want as necessary so that you get the maximum out of it. That's the principle of business. And sometimes you do it by minimizing the costs, the expenses.
You're trying to say in a more economical way.
Yes, a more economical way has to do with efficiency. Yeah. It's like, if I wanted to start a business of selling mandasi, would I employ a graduate?
No.
Why not? Wouldn't he sell the mandasi?
He would.
So what is the problem?
He would demand more.
He would demand more. Then it means I'm not being efficient, isn't it?
Yes.
A graduate will accept to say, I'm doing nothing as long as you pay me 300,000 Wajama. Would you get 300,000 from mandasi? No. So to be efficient, look at that. I want you to see the connection here. Efficiency means you are using resources without wasting them. So I would definitely go around the road and pick a child from Gona or from Siliza to say, mandasi, at the end of the month I will give you 5,000 euros. That's being efficient. Well, there is no point in recruiting a graduate to sell mandasi. A graduate will accept, hey, I've stayed years without doing it. I will do it once, but you give me 300,000 a month. Now, those mandasi will not sell up, you will not make any profit of 300,000. You end up borrowing to pay. That's not being efficient. So you will need the right person to do that. So if you look at this, in business, here they are saying, putting the right people in the right position. Here they are saying, we want to utilize in our business. We only need people that will bring to the organization, to the business. That's what it is. So that's the second definition. It is giving us an alert that it is an art. You can be right, you can be wrong. Sometimes you realize very late that you recruited the wrong person when your business is gone. Because it's an act, you can make a mistake. And particularly in Malawi now, we rely on relatives to run our business, and that leads to problems. I'm not saying it's wrong to use relatives, but for sure, if I have a nephew, a son of my sister, and I send him to say, manage my business in Gasum, he can do anything he wants. But this is my uncle's property. That's the feeling that these people do, and they destroy the business. So we want efficiency, we want effectiveness. We want to get the results, but in a manner of not wasting resources. Putting the right people in the right position.
Okay, so let's take an example of what you've just discussed about a certain person who is having money, is trying to open an organization or a business. So he's trying to put his relatives in. So according to the topic we are discussing today, utilizing or ensuring there are eligibility of these people in the workforce, can the person try to employ the same person who is related to him, but having these qualities needed to run the organization?
No problem. I have no problem. As long as that person will deliver, it doesn't matter whether it's your son or what. I train
the effective and efficient of that individual we are putting in the position.
Yes, we can. Okay, you are my son. You get a degree. I'll say, my brother, my son, you don't have to go about looking for a job. I've got this business. Please, I want you to take charge of this and make sure that it develops. You are qualified, regardless of the fact that you are not. But let's remember that we are managing it as a business. There is a difference between my connection with you and the business. I want you to bring results. At the end of 2 months, you bring better results. Why should I say I shouldn't have you as my son to run the business? You see, and this is what the Armenians normally do. They sharpen their kids. They know businesses from a young age, and they continue the businesses. Okay. So it's a question. What we should emphasize on is eligibility and willingness. Whether it's your son, whether it is your nephew, there must be that. But normally, sometimes when you engage these relatives, there is no willingness. They are there sometimes just to spend and then the business goes. But if you notice some potential in terms of willingness and the eligibility, take them. There is no problem with that. So that's the second one. I still want to give you a few of them so that we can relate them to business. Okay? Human resource is a specialized branch of management. That's number 3. HRM is a specialized branch of management. It is a specialized branch of management which is concerned with the utilization and the coordination of people at work. Similar to that, which is concerned with utilization and coordination of people at work. It is a specialized branch of management which is concerned with the utilization and coordination of people at work. Not very different from the other two that we have looked at. The only thing that it has brought about is the issue of management. In your business, you have to learn a few management principles. So it says when you talk about human resources, it is a specialized branch of management. There is a course that is also offered to you people. I don't know whether you have taken management theory and practice. Have you already done that?
Management theory
and practice.
I did it when I was doing managing agile business and organization.
Yeah, because there is this one also that you will also take with you. It is called the management theory. But now that one focuses very much on what management is. But what I'm trying to say here is that in this definition, they are saying that human resource is a branch of management. When we talk about management, we are talking about four important things. We are talking about planning. We are talking about organizing. And we are talking about controlling. And we are talking about leading. Management involves these four things. Managers plan, managers organize, they control, and they lead. So by looking at the third definition, we are looking at human resources as a part of management, a specialized branch of management that is involved in the utilization and coordination of people at work. And the word management there is bringing in the issue of planning.
What is it?
So, this is also something just to tell you that when you are doing human resources management, you are also covering issues of management. How are you managing your business? I remember I had a very busy man. He had a lot of maize mills. I think he had 10 of them. He had some shops. He had minibuses. I think, well, but the problem was he was not managing his business very well. The problem was with management. So I would like to agree with this definition that human resource management is a specialized branch of management. What was he doing? He did not plan. You know, you go to his house, you find a lot of people waiting for him. And when he comes out, he's so confused, he doesn't know who to start dealing with, whether the minibus drivers should. So you find that in the morning, the minibus drivers, 10 of them will come to collect keys for his minibus, so that they should start going. Then you find some people also coming for something else to start operating in his shops and so on. So you find that the drivers and would wait until maybe 9 o'clock before they are given, which is too late for business. So I one day told him to say, no, you need to learn something about planning. And you need to learn something about delegation. Planning and delegation. Gentlemen, if you want to manage your businesses, management skills are important. planning and delegation. You need to start trusting people as you work with them to say, I cannot do everything. There is no way you can do everything in business. Management is important. You need to be assisted by people. You know, sometimes in Malawi, it is common that when the owner of a business dies, the business dies as well. It follows them to the grave. The problem is management. You don't want to trust and look at somebody who will be your successor to take over the business. In my village, I've seen a lot of people, they owned a lot of cattle and they had farms. And when they died, the farms closed and the cattle were sold and the children are suffering. What is our problem? We have seen people, we have seen of late, one of the richest people in Malawi, Kondo, died. I don't know whether he has got sons that can manage his property. So it's a question of planning, organizing, controlling, and leading. And all these four form what management is. So human resource management is a specialized branch of management. And that is to do with utilization. So you can see I have chosen these definitions to relate to human resource and management. The next section I would like us to look at is objectives of human resources management in business. After looking at these three definitions, as I said, I can't tell you which one is the best definition. This is the art. What sounds better to you is okay, as long as you can give a reason as to why you think that is better understood by yourself. So let's look at human resource management objectives in relation to business. Human resource management objectives in relation to business. Human resource management objectives in relation to business. We are focusing on business. Our focus is on the first objective of human resource management in business is staffing objective. The first one is staffing objective. Staffing objective. What do we mean by staffing objective? This is what we mean by staffing objectives. One is you ensure that the business is properly staffed. Ensure that the business is properly staffed. Ensure that the business is properly staffed. Sometimes you go to these Malawian businesses, you still feel that the business is not properly staffed. People are served very late. Customers are complaining because the business is not properly. Use the right people in the right positions to ensure efficiency and effectiveness. Again, staffing objective requires selecting the right people with the right skills to manage or to help you in the business. Select right people with the right skills. To help you in your business. That's the staffing objective of human resources. We want you to see that to ensure that the business is properly staffed. You select the right people with the right skills. And then you have to develop employment packages. Develop employment packages. Develop employment packages. How do you pay people? keep the right people in the right positions. So the first objective of human resource management in business is the staffing objective. Choosing the people in the business, and then second objective is what we call performance objective. Second,
yes. For clarity,
yes.
On the first point of staffing objective, we talked about properly staffed. Does this include maybe the number of employees who are required to be in organizations?
Don't waste people. A small business, you cannot run, you cannot recruit 30 people just for a small business. So it includes the number of people, the right people, the right number of people to manage. So as it expands, you can be putting in more.
Meaning to say, a big company is supposed even to have at least a very desirable number of employees to that.
That's the. As we said, one, I gave you an example, it was from that side to say, you can't recruit a graduate who will be saying, no man, that's a waste. Secondly, a small business that is not giving you a lot of money, you cannot recruit 10 people at once. No, you must start from 3, 6 people. So that's the starting objective. Because you want each one to be productive. You want each one to add value to the business. You want to get in people that will add value to the business. That's the starting objective. This is also very well speaking to the issue of human resource management and business success. Yeah, that's why we're looking at the objectives. We want the business to succeed. And we want the business to succeed because we want to have the right people.
Meaning to say that all the functions of the business should be starting with C.
By the right numbers of people and well qualified. And the winning and the leading workforce. That's what it means. The second objective of human resource management in your business should be performance objective. You have staffed them, you have put people in position, but you also need to look at performance objective. Performance objective. Performance objective. The performance objective has to do with the following: motivate and reward people, motivate and reward workers in the business, motivate and reward people, which is the same as workers in the business. I noticed this in most of the Asian shops, the performance objective. Most workers in these shops like Sana, GPCO, I think the performance objective is not there because, as I said, the Asians don't believe in human resource management because they think they're just getting money. I have never heard of GPCO having a human resource manager. Maybe they have at their head office. But if he is there, he's, as I've said, not regarded as important. The only time they'll need him is when the big workers want to shut down the shop and they demand better wages. But otherwise, he might not even be seen. But you can notice that even when you go into a big shop or Sana, they are making money, but the staff there is no performance objective. I don't know whether there is, because a human resources manager at a HPQ shop should be able to do the performance objective. So that this is complementing the business of people. Let those people, you tell them to say, if a shop does not make a loss, we'll give a bonus to everyone who works in this shop. Starting from those, we call them merchandisers, those who pack in the shelves. Starting from those that are the tea operators, the ladies, And all the other staff in the shop will say, any shop that does not make a loss will be given a bonus based on what we have sold. You introduce those things. Every month will be voting for the best employee, the one who has served the customers, and the customers have not complained much about him. You introduce those things. You are doing a performance objective that is related to business growth. Business growth. I will not forget that what I'm saying here should be connected to business. You see, you are in the shop as a human resource, but you see, the problem is the human resource manager will just accept that he is here to wait for trouble when the workers start demonstrations and strikes. No, he should always visit. Actually, human resource manager should be visiting the shops. See, he's the man of the people. He wants the business to proceed and succeed. And it can only succeed and grow because of the way the human resources are being managed. These two are key partners: managing people, human resource management, and business success. Chief people can do it a little bit. I don't know if they encourage those people in the shops, but they look very, very miserable, as if they are not motivated. I'm told that their pay is also very miserable. When they knock off at 6 o'clock, they have to find their ways home in Gisab and so on. Chief people does not give them a minibus to take them. When they can do it, you want to succeed in your business. What will happen if you bought a minibus? And when the shop closes at 6, those guys go into the and it drops them. Not necessarily in their houses, but close to their home. Those that stay in candidates drop them at the stage. Those that stay in Chisab, how excited those workers will be. How much they grab a bus? They will be shouting. And they will start warning to say Chipiku is for us because they look after us. So Chipiku should not just look at the profit they are making. They are making that profit because of that miserable boy who stays in Chisab. So do something. That human resource and is a key partner in business success. He is a key partner. As you are drawing towards December, you make hampers. The hampers are sold in the same shop to people. But those boys are not doing it. Prepare a hamper, put in salt, put in what, give each of the employees, take home and eat with your family. You can see how excited those boys can be. But they don't do it. They do not do it. So, this is in relation to business success, just like performance objective is business growth and success. The human resource should look at that. We want to help you. Give me room to look at these people. Let me tune the people in your organization so that you get the best from them and your business should succeed. That's what you are looking at. So you motivate and reward people, but you also you provide welfare. Provide welfare. Provide welfare. I've never seen any student wanting to write a dissertation in terms of these examples of motivation and performance. In the case of one of these chain stores like Chipiku, because the guys really look very miserable in the shops. So you also have to look at provision of welfare. That's a performance, because welfare drives performance, leads to performance, and performance leads to business growth. What is welfare? Welfare are extra additional benefits given in addition to wages or salaries. That's welfare. It's a performance issue. You see, I have a very good example of Irovo Jaro and Luango Sugar Corporation, because I've ever visited these two places. I tell you, they know that business success depends on performance of the people. They know that those cake cutters, 4,000 of them in Jaro, so many, they need to be comforted So there is a clinic right there. If they get help, they are treated free of charge. Their wives go to the same clinic and get treatment free of charge. There is a shop where they can buy things cheaply. A packet of sugar for them is bought at 600 kwacha. You overpay for the other part. Okay. There is a school for their kids, free, well furnished, and so on. There is a restaurant, and these kindergartens eat free. Senior managers will just contribute 1,000 kwacha for a very good meal. Welfare. What is that? That's performance. Because they are looking at for us to make, that's why at the end of the year, the law can say, we made so many billions profit. And yet they are providing free medicine to their workers, they are providing free meals, but because if you want to get business success, you have to look at the people. That's why at the beginning I said, it's just unfortunate that we always think that human resource doesn't contribute to the success of it. But if you look at law, the profits they make are a result of the performance objective that they have. They provide very nice protective wear to the kindergartens. Actually, the kindergartens are engaged on a seasonal basis, but you see, they don't want to go home. When they are doing, whether they cut the cane for 3 months, they are happy in those 3 months. Free meals, lunch is given, free what. So one must think that maybe Rovo is losing. It's not losing. It is making more profit because it is looking after the welfare of the workers. So even in your business, you see, how is it that our minibus drivers always damage our minibuses? Because there is no performance objective. They use like horse. You just tell them, I want 30,000 at the end of the day. You don't even say, during lunch hour, take 2,000 and buy a meal. I want 30,000. And you let him go on the road. He comes one morning and says, my son is sick. I want to take him to the hospital. Can I use the minibus? This is my minibus. Those people will not help you to grow your business. You need to put in some performance objectives. Motivate and reward them. Motivate and reward them. Provide the welfare. Some ladies work in these houses as domestic workers. They also have got their problems. It's only one person who told me about how he has managed to keep a housemaid for close to 5 years because he does that. He has actually gone into several things that are helping the housework or the housemaid to be happy. He gives the houseworker a holiday. He also gives him something when it is Christmas, like a bonus during Christmas. These are issues of performance objective, and they should also go beyond that to our businesses. Performance objective. I'm always, even these little boys we send to sell our mandas, you meet them and you ask, does your boss allow you to eat 2 mandas? No, I have to bring back everything. No. So, there is another performance objective point that I want, yes.
Just to add on that. In our operations management, we study production. And there is this objective in the production segment where, not an objective, but a practice that is supposed to be there as one of the activities. The production manager is supposed to ensure the machineries which are used in production segment are in the right state to produce the right quality they want. So, in relative to HRM and on the objective part, the performance. So, looking at the machinery in production is more like looking at the people who are working for you. How do they, their welfare, their livelihood, how does it contribute to the success of our organization? They are not taken care of, maybe not given the right working environment for them to have that motivation to contribute to the success of it. So I was just looking at how, like, in operations, how we manage the machinery in order to come up with the right quality. Because those machineries, if they are not taken care of, there is a backdraw, you can call it, there is something which I would refer to, not good results which you expected if these machineries were well inspected and maintained in order to produce that kind of product which the organization is trying to produce in order to meet the consumer's needs. So in relevance to HRM, it's like more, it's the responsibility of the HR manager to ensure that these people get the right treatment in order for them to perform to the success of the business.
Just like the machines have been taken care of.
They are being inspected, they have made daily inspection in order to meet that objective.
Exactly. That's it. And do you know that if these people are not taken care of, they will deliberately be breaking the machines so that they don't work. That's what people do. It happened that it's a book problem. I think they are an argument if they are posted. What these workers said, okay, let's just be done with the machines for 2 weeks and we'll have the holiday. Because they will not be growing there is a connection. I'm happy that you can see that connection. You take care of the machine, you also take care of the people. Then there will be business success. You make sure that the machines are serviced. Slight mistake or slightly something, you take care of it, you repair it, you have people on standby. The same people with your people.
If you know those people who work overtime, should at least be given some incentive.
Exactly. I've talked about transport. I feel sorry. I stay in area 49. Sometimes I drive a little bit late from maybe town or somewhere. You pass by the Njindiranga about it, you find it's about 8 or 9 o'clock p.m. You find these girls from Shoprite at the stage waiting for bus. One day I picked them and said, you ladies, this time, Shoprite does not give us transport. Where do you stay? We stay in very dangerous places. How can those people be part of your business? How can they help you? They don't care whether you buy it or you don't buy it because they are not part of it. I don't think it would be a waste for Shoprite to buy a 26-seater and take them to the nearest bus station. It will motivate, it will increase their loyalty to Shoprite. That's what it means. So yes, I'm happy to see the connection between human source and production. Just like you take care of the machines, you also need to pay special care for these people. Okay. And also the last point, apart from provide welfare, there is another important point on performance, and that is also needed for business to grow, and that is employee involvement in the business. Employee involvement in the business. Employee involvement, how? People wants, maybe there is let's say there is an agriculture show in Garcia, and you take one of these ladies in the show, you would say, can you have a stand there, put people products in the sugar they want, and then explain to the people what you say. You can see how excited that girl can be. Company and people mobile for proposal, and you see how that's part of welfare, that's part of motivation, that's part of encouraging performance. Just imagine perhaps there is an open day for the University of Lyon, and they ask me at Lyon to go and explain our products, our programs. You can say, how that would be? So they're excited. Employee involvement is one way we want to succeed in our business, and when we want to succeed, we have to look at the reference of, and HRM therefore is related to business success. What I'm trying to prove to you is Human resource management is key or is contribute to business success. Let's go back to the last one for today in terms of the objectives, and that is change management objective. That will be the last for today. Change objective number 3 is change management objective. Change management objective. You see, some businesses are not succeeding because we are not allowing change. That's the starting point. Some businesses are not succeeding because we are not able to manage change. Malawi Postal Corporation, the famous post offices we had almost everywhere, were the centers of communication in Malawi for a long time. When I was at a secondary school, any communication was through the post office. They provided phones, phone service, you would buy stamps and post letters, you would receive money through the post office. Now, change came in and we started not being interested in buying stamps. I don't even know whether stamps are still being bought now. The last time I saw stamp, I don't know when.
They are still providing that.
They have sold?
No, they're still
providing. Yeah, but the last time I saw something related with this stamp, I think I don't remember it. So what we needed in post office at the very beginning was human resource to look at if we want to survive forever. Let's start introducing changes now and manage them. They did not think that we would have competition, like instead of going to the post office, make a call, you use this. You have WhatsApp, you have SMS, the letters are no longer needed. Maybe in business, that's when we rely on letters that are posted in the post office. We don't need to go there to make a phone call. We don't need the post office to send money to anyone. We can transfer money from Airtel money or Mpamba to someone right now. So the post office has become useless because they did not manage change. So when you are running a business, think of human resource management bringing in certain things that will make your business to survive. Now, this change has to do with that. Apart from success, it is also survival. And these days, for any business to survive, it has to do to cope with change. If you can't, that business is going to die like post office. Buildings are like Kanengo post office, Kawale post office, the buildings are there is nothing. They have started now letting it out to NRB to do the I've seen Kanengo, they actually sell GoTV, but because now the thing did not change, has outlived it. You don't need it anymore. During my secondary school, the post office was the place of communication. If I wanted to speak to communicate with my father, I would post the letter. If my father sent me money, I would get the money from the post office. It was a busy place. But now it is a change management. So what is it that human resource can do in business in terms of change management? It can bring in introduction of new people so that you strengthen the business. Introduction of new people. Introduction of new people. You just like the coach in a team, when he knows that one player is tired, he will substitute him. Human resource, because we want the momentum of our business not to stop. We want the rolling of the business not to come down. We don't want people to come to say, but last time there was this guy, he helped me very well. Where has it gone?
That's why I think we were coming to this definition of continuous process.
Exactly. So you need to manage change so that the customers don't see that there is something, okay? And You also develop leaders to drive the change process. Develop leaders to manage the change process. Develop leaders to manage the change process, and you also have to look at cultural change to alter attitudes. Cultural change. What I want you to know about this is that business success is not in magic, is not in witchcraft. Business success is not in witchcraft. There are a lot of stories about how to have your business to succeed. You go to a herbalist, he gives you some juju, and then customers will start flowing into the shop. It's a question of trying to adapt to certain things. So when we talk about cultural change, so what are the beliefs in businesses that we have? That when you have a maize meal, which means you have killed someone, you operating in the maize, these are things that cannot lead us anywhere. And success in business comes in those areas when you have the right people, when you have performance at its highest level, and when you manage change in the business. And that's human resources. So human resources management is a true partner in business success. I would like us to stop there and we will continue. I would like us also to suggest that I think we'll be using this room. Unless otherwise, I will talk to the lecturer if he has changed, because we might also have changed. Right, so it means we'll have this room too. Just write your name and signature, I'll put in the other details. Is it 26 or 25?
So, 25.
26. 26. Oh, okay.
What's the name?
Bwana mkuu ile Sizatenge kuzana. Masusa na ile kusedi. Nditu. Oziruka August. Bali ndakuzana. Nditokwa tisambira mujinyazi navanga tina mafuno kaende. Ndika audio zinafuna ndikokwa ndiswa mafuno kuti wabaira mfumo zenzi. Kuti zongwa nacheka ndakuzana. August. Nditu. ngotero nini. Hata bwino.